All right, welcome back, Truth Seeker. I tried to upload a video, but they took it down for copyright, so we're going to get on and recap what they don't want you to know. It was another great night for the community. We had the Packers to lose with 29 points, exactly what they lost with, and we're going to get to how specific the 29 prediction was. It just goes to show how perfectly scripted this league is. They couldn't have scripted it any better. And we had Eagles to cover, and they did. They were a 2.5-point favorite. And we had the over, and we had a Christian Watson touchdown, and we had an A.J. Brown touchdown, and we thought Saquon Barkley would catch a touchdown. The one thing ESPN was right about today, ESPN was saying Saquon Barkley was going to have a monster game. And when I hear ESPN say things, I tend to fade it, but I did like him to catch a touchdown. And I understand why he got the touchdowns he did. But ESPN was also selling Green Bay to win all day. And you know what? You know what's sad? The other thing that I speculated on is that Jordan Love would get injured in this game. And I had a very specific reason for why. And that happened at the end of the game. I didn't want to see that happen, but it just goes to show that what we've been talking about all these years, we know our stuff. So let's start with the Packers losing with 29 points. Why was that something I advised my community tonight, to take the Packers to lose with 29? You can make these bets, and they pay a bundle when you can get a score bet on for a team. And now, my favorite score outcome for the game wasn't quite right. I thought the Eagles might win 32-29. Instead, they win 34-29. They win by 5 on a 5-date numerology, and they score 63 total points in the game, when in Gematria Friday equals 63, a number that's been crushing all year in the MLB on Fridays. But the reason for the Packers to lose with 29 points tonight, of course, in Gematria, football equals 29, but that's not the reason we thought they'd lose with 29 tonight. The reason we thought that is because I saw that if the Packers scored 29 points versus the Eagles tonight, they would have 997 points in the regular season all time versus the Eagles. The Packers would have 997 points. And let me show you why that matters, 997. I'm going to pull up this website, Number Empire, right here, 997. Can you see that that's the 168th prime number? The 168th? Now let's pull out the Gematria of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Sao Paulo, Brazil. Or hold on, I spelled Sao wrong. It's an O here. There we go. Sao Paulo, Brazil, 168. You see that? You see that? Sao Paulo, Brazil, 168, 997, the 168th prime, and the Packers now have 997 points versus the Eagles in the regular season. And I doubt this is updated on StatMuse yet, but if you're asking like where we even get this information, you just go right here. Packers all-time scoring versus Eagles in regular season. That's weird because we looked at this before the game and it was 968. Is StatMuse playing with us? Anyway, I used this information before the game, so they might have screwed up something in their update. But before the game, it was 968. This is the information I gave out to the community. So anyway, that's what we had before game, and that's why we said 29. Now, look at this with A.J. Brown. Check this out. Football Reference is the website. A.J. Brown, you're going to see that today is 68 days after his birthday. 68. And check the Gematria Brazil. 68 with the alphabetic order. 32 when you apply numerology. You know who just picked up their 32nd NFL loss as a coach? LaFleur, the Packers coach. Eagles is 32 as well in the base ciphers. The over-under was at 48.5. That's why we liked the over. We thought it was the Eagles game. Eagles like the number 49. NFL, of course, 32 teams in the league. NFL equals 32, so you big NFL logo on the field. You know, they call it America's game, right? America 32. American football is credited to a Scottish Rite Freemason. Scottish 32. The 32nd degree of the Scottish Rite is shared with the Jesuits in Marum Dei Gloriam. The Jesuit logo's got the 32 sun rays. That's why the Dodgers the other year ended the 32-year drought against the Rays, because the same people rigging it all. But A.J. Brown, it was 68 days after his birthday, so no doubt he was going to score in Brazil. And his quarterback, Hurts, came into this game with 67 passing touchdowns, so he got his 68th on the one to Barkley, and then he got his 69th passing touchdown tonight as well. And think about today's date, the 6th day of the 9th month, 6-9, versus the Green Bay Packers, 69. So what a team to get the 69th passing touchdown against. And then look at the name of the stadium, you guys. There was no way Christian Watson wasn't going to score. And it's just so obvious. Or where can I get the stadium at? They take it down after the game. The name of the stadium is Corinthians Arena. Corinthians is in the New Testament, Christian section. So, of course, Christian Watson was going to score. And they got him in jersey number 9 because, again, the Catholic Church gave us the calendar and the language. We're in very Catholic South America. The Catholic Church, again, began worshiping the sun in the sky's birthday on 1225 in the year 274 AD. Hey, just a little history lesson if you don't know this one. The Jesuit motto, Isus Hominem Salvator, equals 274. Like that's the year the Catholic Church began celebrating the sun in the sky's birthday on 1225. And then 46 years later is when they began celebrating Jesus' birthday on that day. Catholic equals 46. That was in the year 320 AD that they began Jesus' birthday on 1225. Roman Catholic Church 320. You see how Catholic is 35 and 46, 1225. 1225 has a square root of 35. The Roman name of Jesus is Jesus, which equals 35. Just like, again, like Catholic and to the occult, the sun is the eye of God. Like when your eyes open, it's light. When you close them, it's dark. So when the eye of God's not out in the sky, it's dark. Old world belief systems. But that are still very relevant to this day. And keep in mind, the shape of the football is an eye, right? I 35. That's why we have 35 Thursday. Like last night, Travis Henry, not Travis. I keep wanting to call him Travis Henry, the old school football player. Derrick Henry. I still remember what they did with Derrick Henry. I'm going to go on and on about all the stuff they've done with him over the years. But Derrick Henry last night, it was exactly 35 weeks after his birthday. I think his full name is Derrick Lamar Henry, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. 105, scores the first touchdown of the 105th NFL season. 22 date numerology, number 22, punches in his 95th career touchdown on 9-5 playing for Baltimore. Again, learn your numbers, you guys. That was our big hit last night. We had a whole bunch of big hits tonight. The most disappointing thing tonight that we didn't get that I did like that didn't come through was Josh Jacobs. I thought Josh Jacobs was going to get in the end zone. Check it out. Josh Jacobs making his debut in Sao Paulo. You see how Josh Jacobs is 168 and 60? Sao Paulo making his debut down there, with the Packers. And check this out, too. Look how Sao Paulo, you see the 28, 116, 44? Look at Packers, 28, 116, 44. The first 2 points of the game were football, right? They're playing in a stadium where they actually play football, what we call soccer. First points of the night by the Packers kicker, number 44, putting them in Sao Paulo. But today's game also left 116 days left in the year. And look at Jordan Love. Jordan Love, 116. And as I explained in our live stream today, you see how Jordan Love's 116 and 44, just like Packers? Again, born and bred to be Manchurian athletes. Born and bred to be, not like you and I. You and I, well, I don't know. Maybe some of the Manchurians are out there listening too. But most of us listening are not Manchurians. We weren't born and bred to be. We're just born into normal families. We weren't born with a purposeful plan of being the quarterback of the Packers someday like a Jordan Love. That's how rigged and scripted this stuff is. Ritual birthing, fathers, their seed is on ice for surrogate mothers so they can richly breed the next 6'6" athlete. You know what I mean? All these pro athletes who don't know their fathers. I don't know if Jordan Love's one of them, but there are a lot of them in pro sports, a lot of big guys that just don't know who their dads are. No one seems to know the difference. I'm sure you guys saw the viral video of the guy who works for the Washington Commanders online talking about how the NFL fans, supposedly a woman captured the footage on a date. She had it secretly recording. Somehow he didn't notice the camera was pointing right at him on the table, but he's just talking about how the NFL fans are just a bunch of dumb, drunk morons. That's just mockery for the fans. It's like last year they were rolling out the "you couldn't have scripted it any better" ads with Key and Peele. But yeah, again tonight just smashed it. We had the exact Packers losing score dead on. The cover by the Eagles, a 5-point win on 5-8 numerology. Saquon Barkley came into this game with 47 regular season touchdowns and 49 total touchdowns, including the playoffs. And think about that too, joining the Eagles with 49 touchdowns under his belt. You know, there's a meme up tonight how he only scored 3 touchdowns in 74 games with the Giants, but didn't his first the Eagles. So he came in with 47 regular, 49 including the playoffs. So that means he got his 48th and 49th in the regular season, and then his 50th, and 50 in numerology is 5, right? On the 5-date numerology to go with the 5-point win. You guys remember when Mahomes in the 103rd NFL season, Mr. State Farm, went to State Farm Arena and beat the Eagles. He came in 10-3 in the playoffs and exited 11-3 on Lincoln's birthday when the Eagles play in Lincoln Financial. And it was the first Super Bowl between 2 black quarterbacks on Lincoln's birthday, who freed the slaves. Some straight up mockery. Slavery 42 last year. If you guys watched my live stream for Super Bowl 57, I said right there, I said, put in your future. Chiefs getting to 4-2 in Super Bowls on the 42nd day of the year in Super Bowl 58. You know what I mean? Remember, the only black quarterbacks who've won Super Bowls all played for the native teams. Doug Williams for the Redskins won with 42 points, scored 4 touchdowns in the second quarter. Then Russell Wilson for the Seattle Seahawks, named after Chief Seattle. Their logos from the local native tribe. Washington State's the 42nd state. Then Mahomes with 42 pass attempts with the Chiefs the first time they beat the Niners. And then won in Arizona over the Eagles, which equals 42. And then last year made his team 4-2 on the 42nd day of the year. And what do you think the NFL is trying to tell you? Because, again, the people who run the NFL are part of this powerful occult group that's older than this country. They're trying to show you the real history, that black people didn't just come over on slave ships. They were already here. And remember, 42 is big in the Bible. New Testament equals 42, begins with the 42 generations to Jesus, where the only physical description of him is in Revelation, and it's a man with darker skin and hair like wool. The 42 generations to Jesus, who supposedly died for your sins. The 42 laws of Ma'at from Egypt. The first law is, I will not sin. The word sin equals 42 as well. But here, let's run over the box score real quick and see if anything else stands out. Jordan Love with 251 net. This new ESPN glitch right here is annoying as everything. It's not just my computer. Other people are having the same problem, that like it just goes to your cable provider. It's like, okay, ESPN, get your shit together. Allowing scams to be run on their website. By the way, this isn't some promotion. I'm not getting paid to say this, but I just want to throw this out there for anybody who needs to save money. If you're not aware, if you're a Verizon customer, the only reason I know this is because I'm a Verizon customer. If you have Netflix and you're a Verizon customer, cancel your Netflix subscription right now and go on the Verizon website and go to the Plus Play section and sign up for Peacock for 1 year. You get Netflix for free for the whole year, and it only costs $80 for the whole year. Because I know your Netflix would cost you close to $300 over the course of the year. So right now, if you're a Verizon customer, you can get Peacock and Netflix for the whole year for $80. I just want to throw that out there for anyone who needs to save some money. That's the power watch of my channel. You just get hooked up in all kinds of ways. I throw everything at you that I know that can help you out in the same way it helps me out. Look at that. Josh Jacobs had 84 yards tonight. Look at it, you guys. Look at it. Green Bay Packers 84, right? And 6'9" like the date is. And then Sao Paulo, Brazil, 84. And you know what's crazy that they did in baseball today with Philadelphia? So the flag is sewn in Philadelphia, right? We covered that 1 year ago when we nailed Eagles versus Patriots in week 3. We just absolutely smash it year after year. But the flag's birthday is June 14th. It was created in Philly. And from the flag's birthday to today is 84 days later. You see that? So what was going on in baseball today is the flag's birthday can be written 14/6, like 146. And just to show you something, the original Philly baseball team's the Athletics, which equals 146. But anyway, in the Phillies game today, they wasted the Marlins 16-2, and I'll get to that. But it was 146 days after the Marlins pitcher's birthday. And not only that, but hold on, let me go down to the Phillies game. You see how Zach Wheeler became 14-6? Zach Wheeler becomes 14-6, like the flag's birthday. Starting pitcher for the Marlins 146 days after his birthday. See how Phillies won 16-2? Remember, when you run the alphabetic order backwards, baseball equals 162, like there's 162 games in a season. And Major League Baseball is also 162 when you run the alphabetic order forwards. And you know what else is 63? Like how many points were in the football game tonight, like Friday. And like I told you, that number's been hot all year in baseball. And all these sports are scripted together. It's scripted by the same people. All of the American sports go back to Masonry. Masonry is based in Kabbalah, where this letters and numbers thing comes from. Masonry is where they etch on the temple, all is number. And again, it was me figuring out these things that allow me to put all this together, which I've been educating on for over 11 years now. And Jalen Hurts came in tonight with 36 wins. You know, next week he plays the Falcons. What's Falcons equal? Of course it equals 25, like they gave up the 25-point lead on 2/5. In the 97 season, the 25th prime to Brady. Remember, Matt Ryan went to Boston College, the Jesuit school. But anyway, Hurts is on 37 wins. He plays the Falcons next. If you can read the screen, I mean, you know, it's not rocket science. But let's see. What else is up here? This Jaden Reed. So in my notes, I wasn't sure that he was going to dominate like he did, but I had a hunch that he might. Look at this. You know how that Xavier dude blew up last night for the Chiefs? And if you guys look, yesterday, what was in the news for the Chiefs is that their mascot, former mascot, was arrested for robbery, and his name is Xavier. And then later that day, Xavier, their rookie, scores 2 touchdowns 131 days after his birthday. Now, this second-year player, Jaden Reed for the Packers, today was 131 days after his birthday, and he had 2 touchdowns. So I'm like, I'm going to have to pay attention when it's 131 days after somebody's birthday this season, it looks like. I noted that. I said, I've got to watch that because this happened yesterday with the 131, and boom, it's like deja vu. What's that dude's name for – what's the Xavier guy on I don't even have his name down yet. He's so new to the league. Xavier Chiefs. What's his name? Xavier Worthy. So you're going to see that it shows that this is today. It's a day later. So today's 132 days after his birthday. Yesterday was 131, right? So look at this Reed dude. Jaden Reed tonight, 131 days after his birthday, does the same damn thing. And here's something that's interesting to think about. We know what 131 is, right? I've been educated about this number a million times. It always shows up in championships. Championship is 131, you know, like Super Bowl's 131. The first ever Super Bowl was the Packers and the Chiefs. These guys did this for the Packers and Chiefs. That's the teams they play for, right? That was the first ever Super Bowl. You see how the word 1 equals 47? That was Super Bowl 1, and it was in the 47th season of the NFL. And hold on, I'm having a brain freeze on what I wanted to say next. My mind is tripping. My mind is going out on me. I've been grinding all day. Finally I got tired. Oh, I know what I want to say. It's just something to think about. You know, Super Bowl 1. Think about the Freemasons, right? Their logo is a big G, like what's on the Packers helmet. Freemasonry equates to 58 and 59, right? And 59 is the 17th prime. Modern Freemasonry was created in 1717, and then this nation was created 59 years later. So Super Bowl 59 is 58 years after Super Bowl 1, isn't it? I'm just wondering. I mean, you know, it's possible, so keep an eye on it. And here's what else is awesome, you guys. Check this out. 1960 NFL championship game. I want you to see this. This was another reason that we like the Eagles to win tonight. Shout out. I already liked the Eagles to win, and then we had a dude calling from Philly, and he just put the cherry on top. He said the 1960 NFL championship game, Philadelphia beat the Packers. Okay, that was in 60. And you see how it was the 28th NFL title game? just like how Sao Paulo equals 28 and Packers equals 28, and LaFleur picked up his 28th loss tonight. But here's what's crazy. Here's where it gets crazy. Sao Paulo, Brazil, first of all, is 60, right? Today, remember how many times have I showed you how sports and politics are all connected, right? This year, the upcoming presidential election is the 60th U.S. presidential election, right? From today to the 60th U.S. presidential election is 60 days later. And Donald Trump, who's been doing nonstop 60 rituals for the last 4 years, Donald Trump's 60. Again, Kamala's going to turn 60 in October. It'll be funny if the 49ers come into that game versus the Chiefs 6-0. I can't decide if they're going to become 4-2 on Gavin Newsom's birthday. They have a game because he was the 42nd mayor of San Francisco, or if they're going to come into Kamala's 60th birthday 6-0. She's got 60-year-old Tim Walz, who supposedly coaches football. But if you guys don't know, the Chiefs and 49ers, they do play on Kamala's birthday, October 20th. But look at this. Donald Trump just called himself Vince Lombardi. Did you guys see this? Donald Trump just said, I am Vince Lombardi. Where's it at? All right. Okay, you guys remember the Trump had his GOP convention in Wisconsin where the Packers play, right? And he nominated J.D. Vance, who became the youngest VP nominee since Teddy Roosevelt, who was shot in Milwaukee, where the convention was, not far from Green Bay. And again, just how all of this stuff's a joke. And that was right after the little hoax he had there on July 13th, where he pumped his fist under the 13 stripes, 13 weeks on the nose from the anniversary of the Secret Service being established, 133 days from the anniversary of JFK being shot, when Revelation 13:3 is about the beast getting wounded, satanic, like MAGA's the highest degree of the Church of Satan. And again, on the 45th birthday of the Church of Satan, Trump was at the White House for the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and Obama was the president then, April 30th, 2011, and he told the joke that Trump would become number 45 weeks before, or not 45 weeks, but 45 days before his birthday, which is also the birthday of the flag. Remember, it was Trump that we used to lock down that the Super Bowl was going to be Eagles and Patriots the year it was in week 3. But yeah, as I say the 45 thing out loud, I'm reminded that the last time the Packers won a Super Bowl was Super Bowl 45 over Pittsburgh, wasn't it? And that shooting thing was right outside of Pittsburgh in Butler. And then Butler for the Pirates hit 3 home runs the next day. And people don't even see the jokes. But again, you guys, it's all one big Jesuit Masonic script. Remember, Vince Lombardi was a Jesuit who died unexpectedly at Georgetown the day before the 1970 season began. Trump's Jesuit educated, and he's a Mason. Remember, Freemasonry equals 58, like secret society, and the first degree of Freemasonry is the apprentice. And that's why Trump announced he was running from the 58-story Trump Tower for the 58th election, and nobody got the joke. And I told you he was going to fire all kinds of people once he got in there, like The Apprentice on the TV show. And now he even says, Joe Biden's a bad president. He didn't fire anybody. That's a literal quote that came out of Trump's mouth. He's a bad president because he didn't fire anybody. I mean, it's just all this stuff, you guys. All this stuff is for drunk morons. Rigged elections, rigged sports games. This whole country is the free dumb, and the only part of that word that matters is dumb. America, the home of the dumb. Period. End of discussion. Except for those, it's like the only ones who aren't dumb at this day and age are the ones who've caught on to the gematria thing and are doing what we're doing. Everybody else, I don't know what's wrong with you. So, look at that. Saquon and remember how big 26 was when the Eagles won the Super Bowl? Philly, the home of the flag 26. Philadelphia 101, the 26 prime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so yeah, we crushed it tonight. Again, we're off to a flaming hot start. A lot of guys already have so much money they can just so many guys they can just retire already from the season. I'm like, damn, I already won enough. We haven't even made it to Sunday. Vaughn Smith says, how do you join? The link's in the description of every video. It's the Patreon. Patreon.com/Zachary K. Hubbard. I bet if you just go to Google and type in Zachary K. Hubbard, you'll find all my haters' websites, but I bet the Patreon's up there too. So if I type in Zachary K. Hubbard, it takes you to my books on Amazon. It takes you to this Rational Wiki, which is a major hit piece. They just, man, They're just mad over there. That's all. Let me see. Google's hating. I don't even have a TikTok. Who's using my name on TikTok? Here, my Patreon's right there. Bam, Patreon. If you just type the word Patreon, I bet it comes up right at the top. There you go. That's the one. Zachary K. Hubbard Patreon. You'll know over there if it's patreon.com/Zachary K. Hubbard. That's the one. So, yeah. Yeah, we crushed it tonight. And it's sad, man. I mean, we even saw how Jordan Love could get hurt. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. And you know what? I got to stop fading ESPN so much. ESPN is getting better about actually giving people some winning information. I mean, they were all selling that the Packers were going to win the game today, but they were also selling that, and that was wrong. And but they were saying Barkley should have a huge game, and he did. 3 touchdowns is a huge game. Just a little bit surprised my man Brandon Jacobs didn't get in the end zone. All right. Hey, does anybody else want to come on? And thank you, Reston Gematria. Here, I'm going to drop the link for anybody else who wants to come on and share something tonight. Maybe I forgot to cover something. And anyone who thinks I'm full of shit, you just go watch our Patreon live stream from before the game. You'll see everything I'm talking about. It's exactly what I was talking about before the game. So I just dropped the link. Yeah, sorry. I got it's hot over here today, and it's late, so I got to show off the farmer's tan. You know what I mean? Here's our man. Open up. What's up? Open up.
Yeah, what's up, Zach?
Hold up. Let me make sure I got the audio right. Okay, I do. You're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's up, Zach? All right, hold on. Are we getting echo?
We shouldn't have any echo. I think we're good.
All right, cool. I just want to say, yeah, today we did so well. I mean, the past 2 days, man, it's been a hot start. But the person that in Patreon that called that mentioned Caitlin Clark to score 25, she had 25.
She scored 25 tonight. I forgot to check that. Oh, man. And I endorsed that fully. I was like, that makes weight. Here, let's go over why Caitlin Clark scored 25 tonight. Man, we had a night. Woo! You guys, she's on 666 points in her 35th game. I mean, you can't get more Satan. Here's exactly what I said. First of all, fever equals 25, right? So she scores 25 to get to 666 for her career. Satanism equals 96, like the date, 9-6. Satan equals 35. It was her 35th game. And you guys, if anyone's out there like, oh, come on. Don't you guys remember when Kobe scored 81 in his 666th game? Mark of the Beast, 81. Kobe Bean Bryant, 80. I mean, come on. And you know what date Kobe did that? When Kobe scored 81 in his 666th game, it was on January 22nd, 122, like Satanic's 122. And you know who he did it against? He did it against a 35 team like Raptors. Raptors 35 like Satan. So there's all kinds of parallels. So, yeah. Beautiful.
I took Saquon live to get his second one to hit the 49, and I took that with Reed live to get his second because I saw that 131. So I played those two together. Easy win right there. I put $5 on that. But yeah, we're primed for a good season. I mean, you've been showing this. This is only my second year doing decoding. I've been following you for almost, I think, 3.5. The first couple years, I was just watching, taking notes. I started the decodes last year, like I said, and we've been cooking ever since. And I mean, this is bigger than sports for people who are watching this for sports. Like, this is a lot deeper than just sports. I mean, you covered stories every single day, the past 11 years. And sports would be, I think like maybe 5% of what you cover. So this goes way beyond sports. This goes to politics. This goes into entertainment. We just saw the Rich Homie Quan, whoever didn't see the video, I mean, I think it was 2 days ago. There's that. But people who think this is fake, I mean, there's nothing more you need to tell them. The receipts are long. There's a I don't know
Dude,
what.
they're 11 years deep, and
Yeah.
that we got a deeper pile of receipts than anybody on the history of Earth. Speaking of which, how many times I told you guys about Giants in 25? Tonight, the Padres pitcher became 25-25 for his career, beating the Giants. Last year, Danny DeVito becomes the quarterback of the Giants 97 days after his 25th birthday, and he hit so many upsets for us at the end of last year, and like every single one of them was a different combination of a 25 ritual. And again, I mean, for all you guys who aren't on the Patreon, I've given you guys enough information in the free streams. And not to mention, if you guys don't know, for the first more than 5 years that I was here, I did everything for free. I never had any advertisements on any videos. I never had anything to sell. I never had a Patreon page. I just here every day, just showing you guys how to win. And again, I'm amazed that we don't have way more people supporting the work at this day and age for how much we've done for so many people. And again, I don't charge that much for what you get. And seriously, there's a lot of guys who've won so much money in just the first 2 days of the NFL that they have enough cash flow to pay for my Patreon for the next decade. So,
Yep. And you don't have to bet a lot of money to win. Like me, the max that I put down is maybe $5 for bet. Everything that I play is for plus money odds, so I'm at least doubling my money each time. And I'm just, I get a free lunch here and there, and I'm good with that. The main reason I do it is to show other people this is what you can do with the information, and this information is true, and it's you can prove it. It's all facts. It's all numbers. We're not creating anything here. We're only showing you what they're doing and what they're giving us, and we're taking advantage of that. So, I mean, like I always say when I call, I appreciate it, and I see that my camera was on. I mean, I didn't intend to have it on, but since it's on, this is me for the
I
first
think it's
time.
upside down. Hey, what's up, man?
So you can put a face to a name now. What's up, Zach?
Okay. You're still a little bit in the shadows, but that's okay. It's probably better to stay anonymous. All right, he's
Nah,
out
I
there.
don't care.
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a great contributor to our community. Open up. Thank you.
But yeah, Zach, appreciate all you do, and ready for a good NFL season. Let's do it.
We're off to a good start, right where we want to be. And again, you guys, this is a student last night. Shout out to Dave. Dave was really zeroed in on a 27-20 score. He won nicely on it. This person said, oh, 27-20. I like it too. I explained why I thought that could make a lot of sense. This guy put it a dollar down and won 111, just taking advantage using those numbers for those two teams. He's like, okay, if Chiefs are going to win with 27 and Ravens win with 20, which makes sense for what they said, I can turn a dollar into over $100. And again, this is what people have been doing in this community for a long time. And you guys need to understand something. It's not as easy to do this as it was 5 years ago. And why is it not as easy as 5 years ago? Because Vegas hates this. Vegas hates people betting a dollar and winning $100 off it, 200, 300, 500. We've had people turn a dollar into over $1,000 multiple times off parlays. Vegas does not want this happening. So what's changed? Again, 3 years ago, I used to always tell you, it's never smart to bet the house, but if you have to bet the house, bet it on a Colorado 38. Historically, Colorado in 38 probably hit at least 97 out of 100 times. That's what it used to be. Now it's not bad. I'll tell you what, it's 0-3 this year on Sunday. It's killed us 3 times on a Sunday. It's come up 3 times and lost all 3 times in baseball. But for the season, it's still probably over 70%. And you know how we just talked about the death of the rapper in the 38 ritual in Atlanta? Did you see who beat Atlanta, keeping them on 38 home wins on the same day? Colorado, the 38 state did. And they had all kind. In my notes before even the rapper's death happened, I pointed out why it looked like Colorado had a good narrative to beat Atlanta. And then you got the death of the rapper in the city. And then here, let's go baseball game yesterday. Colorado 38. Again, you can't bet the house on Colorado 38 anymore. You can still play it. It's just you can't bet the house on it. Nothing's as good as it used to be. And here, right here, Braves got upset. Rockies were huge underdogs, but look at it. Braves stayed on 38 home wins. Colorado, the 38th state, the most 38 state in the whole nation. Lessons I've been teaching you guys forever. Rapper 38. You got a dead rapper in Atlanta. And remember, initially died at 34, and he has the song 34. If you missed my video on his death, definitely check that out. It's on Gematria Effect News 25. So many guys on the sports channel never sign up for the Gematria Effect News channel where I do the majority of the work. But hold on. We got open up. Did you want to hang on, or should I let somebody else on?
No, you're good. We could let someone else in. I don't want to take too much time for others. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Appreciate it.
Well, if you want to stay in the back room while the next guy comes on, you can do that in case you want to add something. You're welcome to stay.
No, we're good. I'll be watching, though.
All right, man. You have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right. Big Money. What's up, Big Money?
Hey, Zach, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, man. I just want to call in and say, hey, man, 2-0 on the season, getting these winners down. And tonight we had the A.J. Brown and Christian Watson touchdowns come through for us.
Did I have the Packers to lose with 29 points tonight?
Yep, you did. You even said it on the stream. I think we said 32-29. It ended up being 34-29 for 63 points for Friday 63. And I tell you, man, like watching these games, like watching this all play out, and then like seeing it on TV, it's so fake. Like all this shit is just not even. You almost can't even believe like what we've done so far. Like in 2 weeks, like I told you, like
you mean in 2 days. You mean in 2 days, right?
Yeah, 2 days. I'm sorry. Yeah, like it's just like because we've never had a Friday game like ever this early in the season. It's the first, but they do it on purpose. Like they do it to fuck with us. Like people are like, "Oh, football," and it's just like, no, they're doing this on purpose. And these payouts are like, they're crazy. Like I'm just like, I don't even like believe this. Like, it's just it like all you got to do is just connect the numbers, to the rituals, like to their names, their significance as to why they play on this specific day, why they're playing this specific team, why these coaches are facing each other and lined up. It's such a joke. And I mean, I think I honestly, to me, I haven't kept track of every bit of the notes that that we've done, but I guarantee you there's probably at least like 10 props that we've called and they've all hit within the first 2 games of the NFL season.
We haven't been perfect on everything, but we're winning and we're hitting things that are very unlikely that pay a lot.
Exactly. Yeah. And like I mean, just tonight in itself, like I said, you got the 2 wide receivers. Saquon scored. He had a hat trick, which is like crazy, but I mean he still scored. And like you said, like all you have to do is build a little bit of bankroll. And the Derrick Henry first TD, I'm the one that called earlier on the stream from the evening, and I won 650 off that. So I did and I called in earlier for the Romeo Dobbs first TD. I only bet a little bit on it. It's okay. I don't really care.
I was trying to tell you to look more at that Christian guy, and I think he was supposed to get the first one because if he had not fallen down, he would have got it. They couldn't. Nobody could stay up at the beginning of the game, but they threw it to him 3 times in the end zone at the beginning, and the one he fell down on again.
Yeah.
Christian and Corinthians. I mean, that was just too obvious to me. So
yeah, I think AJ Brown and Christian Watson were so obvious, like to score tonight. Those 2 were the most obvious, and like you said. These first 2 days, the fact we've gotten the winners correct, these point totals correct, the TD, like the anytime touchdown scorers, and it's crazy. I mean, knock on wood that we can keep that if we keep doing this and stay on track and stay focused, and as a community, we stay together as one, we can really conquer this and solve things beyond just a football game. And
well,
maybe
we've been doing that for 11 years, so we just need the rest of the catch up is what we need.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. I mean, like, I'm just saying in general, like, I'm just saying how the season like could play out. Like, we can slowly put the pieces together, and we can see, like, just how things, will come together based on what we predicted from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Indeed. For the guy in the chat says we got a banger for college tomorrow. Yeah, we went over in today's live stream. You should get on the Patreon, man. I got 2 bangers for college football this week. Well, we'll see. They look good to me. We'll see what happens. We hit on a big banger last week with Boston College. We loved Notre Dame as a dog last week. I think we're going to be dead on our college future this year. We'll see. We already got the future out. when you guys are in the chat asking for picks, I mean, just sign up for the Patreon. I mean, I get on here and give you guys good information after the games, but you want the intel before the games, you got to get on the Patreon. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, again, like, so I think, we'll have the stream, tomorrow to discuss Sunday's games. And also, a reminder, even as I've been here for like, 3-4 years now, you don't have to bet every single game. Just take like, maybe 2 games, 3 games max if you want, of where you feel the numbers are really, really strong, and where you think the bet lines up in unison with the gematria. Like, you don't have to bet every game. Just pick 1 or 2 games that are strong in your mind, that you feel will go a long way. That's really all you got to do.
yeah, indeed. And again, what I teach at this day and age is, because the knowledge is not as good as it used to be, you just got to be more conservative and learn to turn that small bill into a big bill. And you can do it. And if you just stay consistent, you'll never put yourself in you should never put yourself in any kind of sufficient hole. You should steadily build money. And once you build up your house money, you can get, a little bit more generous with what you're putting out there. But again, you can turn small bills into big bills with this knowledge, and you can do it a lot more often than you might imagine if you're on the outside looking in right now. We teach numbers. You hang around us, you're going to learn the numbers. You're going to learn what to look for. We're doing it every day. It's like gematria school every day. And really, I think learning to decode sports is a really great way to learn the knowledge, because it's fun, and you learn about cities, and we're often connected it to history. Was it you yesterday who called in with the Tyler, Texas history? Was that you?
That wasn't me. No,
Yeah.
So,
but we don't even get into it right now. But somebody did such a brilliant breakdown of Patrick Mahomes' hometown and how it ties in perfectly with something I've been talking about for like the last 9 months that I didn't already know, but now it looks even stronger. You guys. You will learn a lot. And it's like yesterday. I started out with why it looked like Derrick Henry had a good narrative score. Then this gentleman calls in and says, you had the 35 Thursday piece for his touchdown, right?
Yeah, the 35 Thursday. Yeah.
And then somebody called in with the parallel with the lady singing the national anthem who had the same birthday as him, and how her father, his last NFL team, was the Titans, who Henry just came over for. We're like, this is looking better and better and better for the first down for Travis Henry. And then sure enough,
it was crazy, because I actually, so I had to work late, and I came onto the stream very late, and I called about Derrick Henry, and next thing you know, like you said, 2 or 3 other people called, and we just kept adding and adding to that first touchdown. It's just like, okay, this has to hit. It's automatic at this point, and that was just the gift. That was the gift of the night right there.
Indeed. All right, I got to get one more person on here, and then I got to hop off, because I told Sweet Lady I was going to be too long. I wasn't even planning on doing a live stream. I put up a 6-minute video, and they blocked it for copyright, which is BS. I was like, fine, then I'll come on here and I'll tell a longer story.
Yeah, that's all I had, though. Thank you again for all your work. Appreciate you.
All right, yeah, way to go, man. You have a good night. All right, we got one more. JH125, what's up?
What's up, Zach?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Doing well.
Hey, so I know you had been like covering the Rich Homie Quan like info that was coming out, like especially since they had switched over to saying that he was 33, like they did with Chadwick, when they had said he went from 43 to 42. Well, really 42 to 43. But I had came across something that I thought that you may find a little bit interesting. So like, I don't know if you ever like typed in gematria like the GOAT as just opposed to GOAT, but like it comes out to like 76, 113, and 32. And so like when you come up with the GOAT, like, Capricorn is like what, 76. The 7 and the 6 with zodiac signs. But the craziest thing I came across was that overdose, which, that's what it was alleged with Rich Homie Quan, that he overdosed. That comes out to 113 as well. And interestingly enough, not to be long-winded, before he passed or whatnot, he was rocking a clothing brand in the ATL I think it's called the GOAT clothing line or something like that. But I think the shirt that he had on was like GOAT God. And when you go into Gematria, Goat God equals 33, Young Thug equals 33, and ATL equals 33.
Yeah, definitely ATL 33. And again, if they're they changed his year of birth and his age of death. Again, he has a hit song. Look at this, guys. He has a hit song 34. Initially, he's reported dead at 34. Even if he died at 33, he's still dead in his 34th year of life. But look, his name equals 337. He died 337 days after his birthday and 337 weeks after his album came out with the song 34 on it. And I mean, a lot more to it too. He's on a Motown affiliated record label, like how Motown came out in '59. He's dead on the date that can be written 5/9. Again, every single year on September 5th, I'm talking about the death of a black entertainer. It's sick. And as we know, slave, Negro, Rasta, blues all equal 59. Like Black History Month ends on the 59th day of the year, and this man represents Atlanta, Georgia. And he was in the headlines the day before because of the legal trial with Young Thug, and both of them have Lamar's in their name. And then that same day, Lamar Jackson gets beat in the football game, and the Ravens fall to 5-9 versus the Chiefs in the season that'll end with Super Bowl 59. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, my brother in faith, he had came across something that was pretty crazy too. He looked up September 5th and just was like looking for like if it was any like pagan days associated with it, but came across a movie called September 5th. If you look it up, like I don't know if you want to show it, show it for everybody to see, but it literally says like it's the 81st. I can go to it myself and I can read it off. It basically just says September 5th, 2024, a German historical drama.
You cut out. You started to read. You started reading. You cut out. Here, if his call dropped, I'll look it up myself and just read out what he's going to read.
Can you hear me now?
Right when you were starting to read what it was about, you cut out.
Okay, yeah, I think it was because I was reading it off of my phone or whatnot. But yeah, basically it goes on to talk about how this was like the 81st anniversary. I'm trying to pull it up on my computer to
No, I
read
see.
it verbatim.
It's about the 1972 Munich Olympic hostage situation.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
like if you look like it says where is it at 81st? Yeah, 81st Venice International Film Festival. And you was just talking about the 81 ritual too. So I was like, it was just crazy that like I happened to see this like because my brother Faith or whatnot. But the Olympics tie in.
I'll show you something that stands out to me. So we were just talking about how 81 fits in with 666. So if you spell out 666, look at this, 666, it equals 95, right? Kind of like 9/5, September 5th. And then 666 days is 95 weeks in a day. So there's like a fit in with our calendar and the way we tell time too with 666 and 95.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Mark of the Beast is 81. So yeah, there probably is something with that. Interesting.
Hey, and before I hop off, I was just curious, like 27, I was trying to figure out this the whole time. Like I know ritual equals 27, but isn't it something else that's close to ritual that equals 27?
Well, like overdose equals 103, which is the 27th prime number. There's a lot of 27 players who overdosed.
Okay. But yeah, that's all I got, Zach. I appreciate you having me on.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, you have a good night.
No, you too.
All right, take care. All right, I got to wrap it up, you guys. I wasn't even planning on doing a live stream tonight. And like I said, I uploaded a video and they took it down for copyright. And they do that when I drop too many facts in there. They do when my sports video have too many facts. Because if you guys watch my sports channel, I mean, I'm always showing copyrighted information, but they usually let it fly if the videos doesn't have too much in it. But then when anytime I put in too much, it gets banned. And it's just like, they see, I'm crossing the line. Too many truth bombs in one video. So anyway, I had to hop on and do the live stream. Didn't even want to change, so we're just rocking the wife beater. My trolls love it. And yeah, come join the Patreon, you guys. Again, I know you guys waste your money on all kinds of stupid shit. Instead of wasting your money on stupid shit like junk food and too much weed and alcohol and streaming services you probably don't even watch and fast food that's not even fast and it's shitty for you and overpriced, come invest in the Patreon and learn how to make some money. You know? So anyway, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you, everyone who hit the like and the share. If you got here late, you're going to want to rewind this one and catch everything I said at the beginning. I promise it'll be worth your time. Did you have the Packers to lose with 29 tonight? Because I did. Until next time, True Seeker.